And building up to the Test match, which starts on Thursday at Edgbaston, of course. Let's do more of that right now. Let's speak to the former England captain and wicketkeeper, Alec Stewart. Alec, nice to see you there. I can see a game going on in the background. What's happening at the University of Surrey today?
Yeah, we're down here at the Surrey Sports Park, and we've got nine kids who won a local competition to come and have some fun, all to do with cricket. They can't wait for the Ashes to start on Thursday. But we're here at the Surrey Sports Park. You can see over my right shoulder where there's a wonderful new sports centre being built. 50-metre swimming pool, huge sports centre, gym, open not just to university graduates, but also to the public as well. And we're looking to get as many elite athletes down here as possible. So if you're an elite athlete or you live in a Surrey area, log on to surreysportspark.co.uk.
I am not an elite athlete, but I will do, Alec, that is for sure. And that's very good to hear after all the negative stuff about the Olympics yesterday, incidentally. I want to talk to you, of course, obviously the youngsters excited as well. Did they and you approve of the decision to bat Bell at 4?
Yes, very much so. I'm a big fan of Ian Bell. Obviously, a big disappointment Kevin Pietersen won't be there at Edgbaston. He's certainly going to be missed. He's a world-class player and England's best batsman by far. But Ian Bell warrants being selected. He's always been in and around the squad since being left out. And he's scored runs for Warwickshire. So going back to his home territory, where he'll get a great reception from the home fans, he's desperate to make sure that he scores and scores well.
Are you a bit worried about that England middle order, though? Bopara 3, Bell 4, Collingwood 5. The Aussies won't be unhappy with that, will they?
Oh, they'll be pleased to see no Pietersen. But listen, that middle order's strong enough. Paul Collingwood, I always call him the English Steve Waugh. When it's tough, he always stands up and he performs. So no worries there. And Ravi Bopara, 3 Test matches ago, we were all singing his praises, having scored 300s on the bounce. So I have no problems at all. The openers are playing well. The middle order, they will fire, no shadow of a doubt. And then we've got Freddie Flintoff in the powerhouse coming in at 6 and 7.
Have we got Flintoff, though? What are your moles telling you? And how fit would he have to be to play, do you think, this week?
Oh, well, it's all down to him. Obviously, he'll be guided by the medical team there with England. But I was with him Tuesday night at his foundation launch, and he's desperate to play in all 3. The biggest problem is obviously that Edgbaston and Headingley are back-to-back Test matches. He may only play in 2 out of 3. He may not be right for Headingley. We'll have to wait and see how his body is. But he'll be right for Edgbaston. He was brilliant at Lords, and I'm sure he'll do exactly the same at Edgbaston.
Alec, I'm sure you've been reading about the pitch at Edgbaston like we have. Could you just explain what jelly means about a pitch and what effect that might have on selection with reference to Steve Harmison?
Well, I say Steve Rouse has been a head groundsman at Warwickshire there for a number of years, and he knows that surface inside out. And with the weather we've had around, obviously it hasn't been perfect preparation. A lot of water has got onto the square. So when he says jelly-like, I suggest that it's not solid, it's not dry all the way through, which may mean slow surface. If that's the case, then Harmison may not feature. They may still stick with Graham Onions, who can seam the ball and swing the ball. But I'm a big Harmison fan. And if there's any opportunity and the pitch says there will be a little bit of bounce, then to me, I'd get Harmison in and make sure he's playing.
And what about Australia, Alec? If you were still batting for England, would you want Mitchell Johnson to play, for an example? And do you think they will stick with him?
I think they'll stick with him. You know, he's had a tough time, but he's already taken, I think it's 8, possibly 9 wickets in the 2 Test matches, yet he's bowled badly. So he is certainly a wicket taker. Yes, he's going at 4 or 5 runs and over, which is a problem, but I'd expect the Australians to bring in Stuart Clark, the Glenn McGrath-like bowler, who will give the captain Ricky Ponting plenty of control and make sure that if Mitchell Johnson doesn't get it right, they can still throw the ball to Clark and say, just do your job.
What about the batting? Do you think we've got the sign on Phil Hughes?
Yeah, I think so. He came over with a big reputation after just 2 or 3 Test matches, but they seem to have found in his play the short ball bowled very much at his right shoulder. He hasn't yet found a method to cope with that, so they'll try and exploit that again. He got a few runs up at Northamptonshire in the recent game, but he's certainly not the confident young player that I expected to see coming over here.
The million-dollar question, finally, what's going to happen at Edgbaston, Alec?
Oh, let's wait and see. You know, I've tipped England to win the series by 1 Test before a ball was bowled. I just believe this England side have moved forward under the leadership of Andrew Strauss and Andy Flower. And having gone 1 up, I seriously believe that they'll stay leading the series. It'd be fantastic if England can leave their 2 up, but I still back in England big time to make sure that they regain the Ashes.
We, like those kids, can't wait. Sky Sports 1 HD1 Thursday. Alec, thanks for your time. Good luck today.
Cheers. Thanks, Ed. Thanks very much.
And if it's anything like 4 years, of course, 4 years ago, you won't want to miss a ball. We're going to turn to NFL now, and the quarterback